Most of the time when I do my YouTube videos, believe it or not, I do try to keep it short. I don't say everything I'm thinking. And when I do my YouTube videos, sometimes I talk about things, but I don't upload it. I edit those things out. And I try not to ramble, but this time I'm not going to worry about it. What you see sitting here in the camera is a rack I got today. And I'm going to talk about that and I'm going to share that, but this rack, on top of a couple of other little things that happened in the past few days, just really reminded me of the really, really great people and things that go on here on YouTube. And I wasn't lying when I told you about the spider bite and my health issues. That's pretty much sums it up why I've not been on YouTube in the past 3 to 4 weeks much. What I didn't mention is my videos. I was doing at least one video a week up until a few months ago. And then I got a little poo-poo on YouTube. And I just had a bad taste in my mouth because of some things that had went on. I'm not going to name any names or bring up old situations, but over the past year or so, I see grown women, girls, ladies, we all have so many common denominators, like we're mothers, we're wives, we're sisters, we're working women, we're grandmas, and most of all, we're crafters. And we're crafters who, for some reason, and I'm sure there's a million different reasons why each of us do this, but for some reason, we want to share our work with others. So to me, I think, my goodness, how much we have in common. But I know this is going to happen. And there's freedom of speech. And if you get a group of people together, there's going to be some friction somewhere. But I just don't know why. Why does that have to be? Why are we name calling and pointing fingers at each other here on YouTube? It doesn't happen often. It doesn't need to even happen once. And I'm going to tell you, a few things happened. A couple of my friends, people that I think highly of, fingers were pointed at them. They were called bad names. Fights broke out between people who were supposed to be friends on YouTube. And it just made me feel like, gosh, I can't do this. And I've been pretty lucky, knock on wood. You know, I haven't been brought in on much of that. It's been more of the people that I know or know of. And I just hate to see people's feelings hurt, or people being called names and so forth, even if it's not me. In fact, sometimes I'm better off with me taking the hit than somebody else, but don't feel like you can do that because, listen, I've already told you I'm sensitive and mushy and sentimental, so you'll be making me sad. You know that thumbs down makes me sad. What are you going to do? What am I going to be like if you call me a name? Anyway, that had kind of left me a little bit turned off on the whole YouTube thing. But let me tell you something. I got like 20 to 25 comments on my last video where I told you guys about the spider bite and some health issues. When I looked at that video and saw all those comments yesterday, I wanted to do a video right then, but I was so close to tears. I was just moved so deeply that I would have probably cried. And I'm not a crier. I can't thank you guys enough. That just is amazing. And back to what I've always believed, there's more good than there is bad. So I'm going to tell you, I got to get things in gear, and I got to get my butt on YouTube more often. And you know what? If there's a couple of little incidents here and there and a few thumbs pointed in the wrong direction, I'm not going to let that bother me anymore, because there is definitely way more good out there than bad. But I am going to say this. I wish it was all good. I wish it was 101% good. I just don't know why we got to fight amongst ourselves or call people names or cause drama. We women are amazing creatures, aren't we? I mean, look at us. We go to the hospital and they pull people out of our bodies. I don't know. You call it what you will, but I think that's a miracle. And I think women are amazing, miraculous people. I like them. Okay, so with that said, this little rack came from Sandra. And Sandra is OhSnapGonzo. And if she is not one of the sweetest people here on YouTube, then she's the sweetest person here on YouTube. And I'm going to be honest, and I sent her a private message that said this. Sandra sent me a beautiful rack a couple of months ago because she had some feathers. And I was like, oh, you lucky thing, because you got those feathers. I thought I had bought some and I didn't. And now I can't find them. And she sent the feathers to me, plus some. You know, she didn't just stick those feathers in a bag and send them. No, she sent all kinds of goodies. And I get my mail today, and I wasn't expecting a rack. And I'll be darned if she didn't send me more feathers. But not only feathers. Wait until I show you everything and tell you the story. Anyway, here's another story before we get to that story. I thought that I had maybe offended Sandra or hurt her feelings or something. I didn't know. Maybe I was thinking maybe I spooked her because I was like, oh, Sandra, your girls are so cute. And I sent her a little rack, and I thought, well, maybe I came off too strong, and maybe she didn't like the rack, or maybe that was wrong of me to send a rack. She didn't want me to. I didn't know what, but somehow or another, I thought that Sandra may be upset with me or offended. And you never know what goes on in a group of people. I'm not just saying YouTube. I didn't know if Sally told Sandra, don't like Vicky, and Sandra was like, okay, I'm not going to like Vicky. You don't know. But the only reason I thought I had offended her is because didn't see her comment on a few videos, or I left a comment and she didn't reply directly back to me to say, oh, Vicky, you are the queen of everything and I'm not up, you know what I'm saying. This is why I'm telling you I'm so much more sentimental and mushy at 52 than I was at 22. I almost get on my own nerves. In fact, I do get on my own nerves. Anyway, it's just who I am now. Listen, at 22, I would have been like, big deal, who cares? And now, I do care. I'm just a little bit more tender-hearted than I used to be. Gosh, raise your hand to vote for the old Vicky, who would have pulled your hair out of your head, or do you vote for the Vicky now? If you don't acknowledge her 27 times, she's like, boo-hoo, you don't like me no more. I mean, which one, is there a happy medium? Anyway, she's not mad at me. I guess her still likes me, because look what she sent. Look, an owl. How cute is that, huh? And I will use that. And she sent me more feathers. Now, Sandra, I don't know what's with me and the feathers, but I do love them. Thank you, Sandra. Now, this is what I wanted. This is the next story. This is what I wanted to point out. How cool is you two people? In this particular situation, Sandra's cool. Here's why. I love me some Sassafras Lass, and Sunshine Broadcast was one of my favorite collections. And I said that in one of my videos. In fact, this is one of my favorite pattern papers ever. And she sent it to me. Look at this. I mean, who wouldn't love this paper, right? This is one of my favorites. This is one of my favorites. This is just amazing. You don't know how hard it was for me to use this paper, because this is one of those patterns that I could put in a frame and hang on the wall with nothing else on it and just look at it. I love it. And this one. I love this collection. I loved Sassafras Lass. Now, I didn't love all, and I'm going to keep showing you this as I talk. I didn't love every collection by Sassafras Lass, but they did have some of my favorite collections ever. I mean, they had some funny, odd-looking collections, too. Like, one was like this animal. You didn't know if it was a squirrel or a rat, and it was like a happy birthday thing. And I could have lived without that collection, but I did buy it. Anyway, this is Sassafras Lass, the 6x6. Sandra, thank you so much, doll. How cute is this? Isn't it funny? Now, this is like a needlepoint print. This was not... I'm not really into the needlepoint look paper. You know what I mean? Like, what's the new Flea Market by Maggie Holmes? That's kind of like cross-stitch look. I don't like that. Look at, here's like a calendar. Anyway, that's that. Sandra, thank you so much. She sent this little card to me, and it says, I'm not going to read the whole thing, but it says, every time I see feathers, I think about you. And I know what you mean, because, like, there's things that remind me of people, too. She sent me this little pocketbook. And I've been eyeballing these, but I just wouldn't buy myself one. Not this, but this. I've been seeing these on 2Ps. I was like, those are so cute. But then the practical side pops up, and I'm like, yeah, but what you going to use it for? Believe me, I'm going to put it in my purse and put my money in it. She sent these. Here's what's kind of funny. I've been wanting to do a layout with fringe, and this is 2 borders, and one of them's fringy. More feathers. And this is from 17. I wonder if that's the kids' magazine. But look, it's also got triangles. Very cute. Gold feathers. That's Rub-Ons. It's Jenny Bolin. That has to be her new collection. Gosh, Sandra, thank you. And you know, listen. Isn't it weird how we crafters and scrapbookers, like, we see something and it's like kind of silly, but we gotta have it? Sandra did a video where she sent her buddy Lisa these things, and I was like, that lucky Lisa, because I was loving these. And I was like, where in the world did she get these? She sent me some. Look. Help! Get me out of here. I'll have to put that on a few envelopes. You talking to me? Hello, my alias is. Hello, my rap name is. And it starts to repeat. So cute. And look at these. Now, I'm a child born in the 60s. I will be using them. And then more of these hello stickers. How I love them. And these all say, hello, my name is. And then these are so cute, too. You guys know I went hog wild on the neon stuff. And I got neon paper, and I got neon markers, and I got neon thread. And now I have neon stickers. Sandra, Thank you. Thank you. It's not just for these little products. It's just the essence, the vibe attached to it. I just can't thank you enough. So, my little poo-poo feelings, my upset with YouTube is officially over. I'm done with it. I love YouTube. Yep. There's some things on here that happen that I don't like. And I don't like that it happened to certain people. And I don't get that. I just don't get being mean to somebody or calling names or starting the drama. Don't we have enough of that in our real life? And don't get me wrong, drama for me is like when I say to my family, what do y'all want for dinner? And one of them says burgers and the other is like pork chops. That alone sends me out of whack anymore. I'm like, when they do that, I'm like, you know what? Now y'all can go to Whoppers, Burger King, and get something. If you're going to do that, they're just standing there looking at me like I'm cray-cray, and I'm like, well, that fixed them. So it doesn't take much for me to get a little overwhelmed anymore, or me to feel like life is so imperfect. And I guess that goes with the age, maybe? I don't know. Please, let me just blame it on my age. But I will say this. I have to get my butt in gear. I have some other racks that I've got over the past 2 months that I have not done a video on. I have thanked the people that sent me these racks, 2 of them by telephone and 1 of them by private message. But I just feel like it's important for us to share our racks in a video. I don't know why I feel that way. Maybe it's so that, well, I was going to say maybe it's so that the person who sent it can actually hear our voice and know how much we appreciate something, but 2 of the 3 racks heard my voice for over an hour. Colleen and Rashida. You know, I wanted to thank them by phone for a rack, and we ended up talking for hours. So you know how thrilled I was. So I don't know. I just feel like I still want to share those racks. And would you believe I still have the racks put together so that I can show what I got. Most of what I got, because I had to dig into a few of them. I'm sorry, but that's a good thing, right? I get your rack and I have to use it immediately. I don't even do that with some of my orders from 2 peas in a bucket, so I'm glad there's a YouTube. And I just wish that we never had drama. And I wish we could just appreciate each other and a lot more. And I don't know, maybe we don't think about it. Things can get so misconstrued when you're talking by emails or by videos. You say something and it comes out sounding differently than it is. Maybe, I don't know. I guess in the scheme of things, we really don't have a lot of problems here, do we? And the good definitely outweighs the bad. Sandra, thank you. Everybody who left me a comment on my spider bite video, I wish you were here because I kiss you right in the mouth and give you a big huge hug. And don't be freaked out because I say that. Anyway, thank you guys so much for those awesome, nice comments. You guys sure brightened up my day yesterday. You just made me feel loved. And I sat there and thought, you know, these people, I've not met them in person. Most of them I've not talked to on the phone or chatted with in private message, but they still reached out and genuinely said, I hope you feel better. Thank you all guys so much. And now I just have to get it together and get back into the swing of 1 or 2 YouTube videos a week. Because my blues are gone. I'm not upset no more. Now I'm rambling. Love you guys. I mean that. Thank you so much. I mean that. And let me tell you, I think my mojo stopped by because I want to do something using these stickers. Okay, guys, go visit OhSnapGonzo. You'll love her. And you'll like her projects too. Talk to you soon. Hope you're having a great week.